What's happening, everybody? Welcome to another Accountability Success Quickie.
Woo-hoo!
This is number 73, and we're talking about ingredients for personal breakthrough. So, put on your seatbelts, get out something to take some notes, because we're about to blast off.
Woo!
Oh my god. Alright, anyways, we will be seeing you in 3, 2, 1, boom!
Heck yeah!
What's happening, everybody?
What is up?
Awesome.
It's been a minute. I feel like
been
it's been a couple of weeks.
Yeah. And so, welcome. Hi, Apryl.
Hi, Gary.
Yes. And so, we're going to do something a little bit new. I'm going to have some music playing in the background.
Okay.
Just to give a vibe. But yeah, we are all about making breakthroughs, because at the AFC this month, our theme is breakthroughs. And in case you don't know who we are the success team. I'm Gary Ware, and this is...
Is it the other way?
Yep, it's this way.
Apryl Schluter. And we make up the Accountability Success Circle co-founders.
What? Yep.
We are we have an awesome leadership team. Rebecca is our number 3. She is here every so often, but we are running this show for now without her. But we wanted to share some knowledge goodness as you go through your week, just so that you can think about what's going on in your life and level up and maybe have a personal breakthrough, which is what we're going to talk about today.
Exactly.
So we have 3 tips, 3 ingredients that can help you create this personal breakthrough. And I will just get started, because this is a quickie, not meant to be
a longie.
No, not a longie. I love it. Okay, so
let's do it,
Gary.
Number 1, break it out. Number 1 is giving less fucks. I said it. Yes. And it's on there. So you know what? You can bleep me out if you want. But if you want to make that breakthrough in your life and go from potentially being stuck to getting to the next level, you have to give less fucks. And I said it again. Oh my god. But what that basically means is stop obsessing about outcomes and expectations, because that is the quickest way to disappoint yourself. Because when push comes to shove, in our minds, we are very good at thinking of the perfect situation when everything goes right. And I don't know about you, Apryl, but like for me, I can't think of anything where it went exactly as I had envisioned it.
Yeah, totally. 100%. And
so, yeah. So, and you know, it's also about stop trying to prove yourself. Stop seeing the world as a proving ground, because that is how we end up on that hamster wheel, that treadmill going nowhere, leading to burnout. And so what do you got, Apryl?
I mean, I think, we're not encouraging you to be an asshole, right? When you're giving less fucks, we're not encouraging you to not be a caring person, because I think that this is specifically to those people who maybe care too much, and we love you all for that, because it makes you who you are. But I think in that caring too much, there is that line where you start to, as Gary was saying, obsess about the things you cannot change, or the things that don't really matter, and that can hold you back from those personal breakthroughs. So just allow yourself to be a little bit more selfish and care more about, put your care in the right direction, which then I think leads us into our
number 2
ingredient.
Second ingredient. So when you give less fucks, the next thing that you want to do is stop comparing yourself. Oh my gosh. Whoo. You know what they say? Comparison is the thief of joy. And I get it. You are aspiring to do great things, and you see other people doing great things, and you're like, I want to do great things like them.
Yeah.
However, what does that do? Let's be honest. Like, think about, like, how do you show up when you do that? I know for me, when I start seeing the people that are doing the things that I want to do, I start to get down on myself. Why am I not there yet? Then I again go back to the giving too much fucks, and then I set unrealistic expectations. And by doing that, again, it's not allowing me to be the best version of myself that is going to achieve those things.
Yeah. And just
What
to
do you got?
give an example, I feel like here's a point where I felt myself falling into comparison. So we all remember this thing called the COVID pandemic, right? At the very beginning of it, when everybody was kind of locked down in their houses, I had a few conversations with some entrepreneur friends who were like, you must be crushing it in your business because this is not really changing anything for you because you already worked at home and whatnot. And so, like, people must be like coming out of the woodwork asking you for help. And I, in my mind, was like, yeah, I mean, I think this is a perfect opportunity for people to, vent their frustrations and reimagine a new life and, all these things that I do. But I was also drowning myself, and I felt like I wasn't capitalizing on the pandemic. But also, I have kids. These people who are contacting me don't have kids. So it's, when you have nothing better to do, I mean, I had to focus 100% on my kids. And so being in that comparison trap of then, and this was only for a hot minute, I was like, oh my God, I should be doing more for my business. But I realize that I am not them, they are not me, and move on with it. Stop comparing the situations, because even though we have the commonality of being entrepreneurs, we have totally different lives. And so you don't know what other people are going through. So if you see, and it's like the whole social media thing, right? You see the good and you want to compare yourself to that, but you don't see what's lying under the surface. So stop comparing yourself. I need to tell myself this, April, stop comparing yourself to others. So yes. And then we can talk about number 3. Ingredient number 3.
Yes, number 3. So we're giving less fucks. We are cutting back on the comparison. And this is a big one. This is such a big one. And it's all about embracing imperfection. Again, you have big dreams. You are trying to do big things. And it's probably things that you probably haven't done at a mastery level yet. So why are you trying to be perfect? Let's be honest. No one is perfect. What really taught me that, the embrace imperfection, is when I first took an improv class. Because in improv, that's one of the principles of improvisation is that there are no mistakes. Everything is just a gift. And when you do make a mistake, celebrate it. And it was really hard, very challenging for me to embrace that. I wanted it to be the best at making things up, which sounds very silly coming out of my mouth. But I would find myself, why am I not getting this? And then again, going back to the comparison, look at that person, they're getting it. Why am I not getting it? And so once I really started practicing the embrace imperfection, I found that I started growing faster. I started making more progress. So, that's my thought on that. April, what do you got?
I mean, and I think that, as somebody who is a recovering perfectionist herself, I think a lot of, how do I want to say this? I feel like adding this, feeling of needing to be perfect gives you this level of overwhelm that you don't need. And so I think, and I talk a lot about when you are stressed out, it's just harder to do everything. It really gives you, you're putting all your energy towards being angry or frustrated or stressed out, and then you have no other energy left for a breakthrough. And so if you are somebody who tends to have perfectionist tendencies, then you want to make sure that you are allowing yourself to let go, because that is when the stress goes down, and then you're like, oops, I made a mistake. And I learned through improv as well, that, it's almost, you can celebrate those mistakes and get a laugh out of them. And so using that as a tool to give yourself more room for the breakthrough is why this is such an important ingredient. So should we recap them one more time?
Yes. Number one, give less fucks.
Fucks. Number two.
Number two, stop comparing.
Yep.
And number three,
embrace imperfections. All right, so those are your tips. We are members of the Accountability Success Circle, which is accountabilitysuccesscircle.com. If you liked this little quickie tip for you, feel free to respond in the comments wherever you're watching this, because I know this is being blasted wherever. But if you're also curious about what we do in the ASC, we share all of these different personal development tips, but also help you individually be focused on the goals that you want to achieve in the most authentic and fun way that you can do it. And we just love being in a community together and inspire each other to get shit done and have a lot more fun. So check us out if you're curious and join us if you'd like to. All right, I think that's it. So we will see you in the next quickie.
Yes.
And
coming up soon.
Happy May. May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. And until next time, bye y'all.